and a son waited anxiously for his wife to give birth to their fourth. The woman screamed and pointed as she went to labor, and the nurses surrounded her, said, "Push!" And so she did. And through that last push, small crying came in. And then the doctor cradled that little bundle of joy in her arms. "It's a girl," she said. And then she looked at me again. "Oh no, it's a boy." He does have a small anatomy. And that is how I arrived in this world. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I am not a manly guy. I don't have a burly, tall physique like some of the people here do. And it doesn't help that I have this voice that sometimes goes a little bit higher than usual, especially in the phone. So I picked up the phone that rang for like several minutes, and then there was this woman that shouted into my ears, and she was like, "Oh my God, I miss you!" And I was like, "What?" And she went, "We should do shopping together like the old times." And I was like, what old times? And she continued saying, "Do you remember that girl, that ugly girl in Geo class? She got married like what? I can't even." And I was like, okay, hold on. What are you trying to speak to? She said, "Julie? Oh my God, is this the wrong number?" And I was like, if you were referring to my sister as Julie, then you are definitely not on the wrong number. And she was like, "Oh, okay, is this her little sister speaking then?" I was devastated afterwards and said, "No, this is her little brother." And she was like, "Awkward." But I also have some masculinity in me. I have a penchant for gaming. I sometimes have slurred speech, and I have a problem with rigidity. Sorry, guys. But people doesn't notice that aspect of me. They focus on the aspect of me which they can ridicule at. They bully me for that. So, for example, when I was in religion school, I was sweeping in the classroom, and then there's this girl standing in front of me. So I asked her to move, politely asked her to move. And she looked at me, that straight in the eye, and then had this disgusted look. And she said one word before turning around and went to God knows where. She said, "Fag." That little word really hurt me. Yeah. And it doesn't stop there. When I was a child, I was a happy boy. I was so cheerful that I can make friends easily. It was like creep people out and say, "Oh, can you be my friend?" You'll be my friend. I don't know how that works, but yeah. And living in a world where gender norms are already set, males have to be masculine and girls have to be feminine, and it really got to me. Throughout my high school life, I was very quiet and antisocial. I was never the one that spoke in the class and raised their hands, and never to make friends really. Until I met this group. They are a bunch of people which I really adore, and they're like this. They're like this abstract painting. one look at them and you don't get what's happening. You don't know who they are, you just wonder. But when you really look at them, you begin to know that they are precious people. They don't care who I am, and they don't judge me for being feminine or whatever. And they accept me with open arms, these people. And I can finally be myself around them. Being with them taught me so many lessons. But there's one great lesson that I really, really love, and I will always bring into my life. Love others and love yourself. You are you and I am me. I love you and I love me. Thank you.
You guys enjoyed Sham's speech?
Yeah.